Hi there, I'm Lisa. Welcome back to my channel. Today is a packing for holiday video. This is so exciting. We are just three weeks away from going away, and today we are going to start our packing. We're not going to pack all in one go. Last weekend we did start putting into piles everything that we wanted and putting into the suitcases, but obviously we can't have everything ready as there's still a few bits and pieces that are being worn. So today we are going to get organised and pack for our road trip. We are going on holiday for nearly 4 weeks. The first week we are actually going to be on a road trip. We've got a few nights in Tennessee in a cabin on the mountain, and then we are traveling down to Savannah, and then from there we're traveling on to Orlando for 2.5 weeks. So we do need to plan what we are packing and where we are packing. We've done a road trip before, and what we find easier is to plan, is to pack everything for the road trip into separate suitcases, and then things for the Disney trip into separate suitcases again. That way we don't actually need to go into the Disney suitcases until we arrive in Orlando. We will also be using packing cubes, which again we've used many times now, and we find them to be really helpful. We've just come back from Costco and we've purchased some new cases. We have got Samsonite cases, which I'll show you in just a moment. We are very happy with the new ones. The reason being that the hand luggage inside clips nicely on top, so it makes wheeling through so much easier. I will show you a video here of us actually looking at the the Samsonite cases in Costco where we've just bought them.
Right. So the idea is we can then take that one as hand luggage and then check. Yeah, we can get away from me and check that one in. And how much are they? Does that actually fix on there? Has it got a strap on the back?
Yeah, it's a little strap.
Perfect.
See, us having...
That would make life a lot easier, wouldn't it?
And then obviously this still...
Yeah.
Can be...
And that's virgin size for hand luggage.
I've got just going to check.
Okay.
I should have bought.
How much are they?
137.
With tax, with VAT?
No, included.
Oh, okay, that's what I mean, yeah. Okay.
As you can see, the hand luggage fits nicely on top. The Samsonite cases that we have at the moment, they did come with hand luggage as well, but it was a bit too big for Virgin, and which is why we prefer the other ones, these new ones. And also the small case doesn't fit on the top, whereas this way they fit securely on top, and it will make life so much easier wheeling them through the airport. I think at the moment the plan is to pack 4 cases for going out, with 2 smaller cases, or I don't know actually what we're doing. No, 6 cases, aren't we?
6 cases.
6 cases going out. We are traveling premium economy, so we each have an allowance of 2 pieces each. So the idea being we're going to take 6 cases out with 2 smaller ones inside, so that we don't obviously need them coming out, but we may do for shopping for coming back. So that's the plan. So we are going to now pack for the road trip. So I've been going through and putting everything into piles. I keep a trip planner. I did do a video of me setting this up just so you can see how I plan our trips, and things like packing lists are really helpful. So I will link up the video below so you can take a look and see how I work this. But I have at the back a list with each of our names on, and so I know exactly what I'm packing into my trip planning, my road trip suitcases, and then as I pack them I can mark them off with a highlighter. I've currently got all the toiletries and all the kitchen bits and pieces. I've got umbrellas there, everything laid out, ready to pack. I do take things like the little pods for washing, clothes washing. We try and do as much clothes washing whilst we're away, and we only bring the last couple of days dirty back with us, which gets packed separately. I buy all the toiletries separately. I have got a shopping video, which again I'll link up, which talks about things like that. We take everything out with us so that the money doesn't come out of our holiday budget. And I do buy everything in offers, like buy 3 get 1, the third buy 2 get 1 free, that kind of thing, buy 1 get 1 frees. So I do feel, leading up to the holiday, about 6 months before, the majority of stuff I consider here to be free because of the offers. We take things like Marmite. Louis is quite fussy and very partial to Marmite. I've got skewers. We will be doing s'mores whilst we're away. I do need to get some chocolate and graham crackers and marshmallows when we're away, toiletries. And the good thing is I will weigh all this before it's packed, and so I know none of it's coming back, and that's luggage allowance then for the way back. I've also got dishwasher tablets. This is my washing up liquid. I take it, it's a little handbag soap. I've washed it out and filled it with Method washing up liquid. Don't really use much of this while I'm away. That way it doesn't get binned, and we don't have to buy loads when we're away. But the majority of this will not be coming back with us. Things where I don't use huge amounts of, I've got half of this I take. It's baby bath with menthol. It really helps with my headaches, having a hot shower before I go to bed. I've probably got about half of this, so that way again it's not wasted before we go. I've got all the clothing in piles. I've got underwear, and then I've got nightwear, shorts, t-shirts, and hours as well. It is a case of planning ahead. So I know, for example, I've picked out a dress that I'm going to be wearing in Savannah. I've got 3/4 lengths packed for the day that we're spending in the car. I've got lots of tops. We are going to be the first part of the trip for 6 days. And so, for example, I've packed 4 pairs of shorts for Louis, plus we've also got shorts that he will be traveling in, and I've also got some kind of like jersey shorts, sort of t-shirty, jogging suit, bottom-y type shorts for around the house. So I have got cozies for us all as well. I don't want to overpack. I don't want to overpack because I don't want to have to carry stuff that we don't need. It's also about colour coordinating. All my clothes will mix and match. Got a couple of cardigans because it can get chilly in the restaurants, and it's just about sensible packing and trying to plan ahead and think about what goes with what and that kind of thing. We use packing cubes and we roll everything in there and squish it all in, and it does stay surprisingly very crease free. We are mixing everything, so we've got a mixture of all 4 of our things into one case. So for the road trip we have 2 cases between all of us, and there will be a mishmash of everything in both, so that if one case does go missing we still have things in another case, and obviously making sure that the items we've got packed together in each case are coordinated. I wouldn't want, for example, to have bottoms with mismatched tops in one case and lose that, so that then even though we've got a load of things, nothing matches. So it is again just planning ahead to make sure the things that we're packing do go together. We're just using the hand luggage scales to weigh things like the toiletries. I've also got a whole load of stuff that I'm taking over for my dad as we're going to visit Dad, who lives in the States. We've got cookies, chocolates, magazines, all kinds of things. So we're making making a note of the weights of everything we know that we're definitely not bringing back with us. Now, we have got really cute Disney toiletry bags, but we do use Ziploc bags. I've got these huge, great big ones from IKEA. I think they're something like £2.50 for £2.50 for 50, and we do pack our toiletries into these, so if there are any spillages, they only go into the Ziploc bag and nowhere else. So this is the following week. We were all packed for the road trip, and today, a week later, we are going to be packing our Disney bags. The idea being that we do not need to touch these bags until we arrive in Orlando a week after our trip has started. So I'm just going through everything, and I know that this luggage is what we will be using in Orlando. I've laid out my clothes again because I want to make sure that 1, I'm not duplicating, and 2, to make sure that everything is very mix and matchable. I've laid it all out on the sofa here. So I've got swimming costume, 2 bikinis, I've got a pool dress and a pool skirt. I've also got a Disney hoodie. Now, I bought this Disney hoodie in Animal Kingdom last year, no, Magic Kingdom last year for the return flight. So I've got that. I've got 1 cardigan there, and I've also got 2 cardigans in the road trip. Again, I bought too many cardigans with me last year, and the only time I really wore them is in a couple of the restaurants in the evening, so I'm not going overboard on cardigans. I've got 1 nightie, 1 pair of pyjamas. Again, I've got 1 of each in the road trip, so that's fine because obviously we can wash our things when we get to the Grove, as we've got our own kitchen. I've got a whole load of vest tops here. I wear a lot of vest tops. Some are prettier than others. That's quite a fancy one. Again, they, as you can see from my colours, I kind of keep the same colour scheme, so everything mixes and matches. Got some more tops here. This is all my Disney pile, and I've got a Jaws and Jurassic Park t-shirt for our Universal days. So those are all sorted. I've got 2 pairs of shorts. Again, I've got, I think, 2 or 3 pairs of shorts in my road trip bag. I've got 2 short skirts here. And then this is my dress pile. I've got 3 dresses and a long skirt. I have taken out some other bits and pieces, and I've also got dresses in my road trip bag. So I do think I've got plenty. I've got 5 pairs of socks. Again, I've got, I think, 6 or 7 pairs in the road trip bag. And I also make sure that my underwear does match all of my clothing as well. I have another black set and a white set in my road trip bag, so everything will mix and match, and I'll be wearing a white set on the plane with my travel outfit as well. So I did remember to put some extra white knickers in there too. So I do think I have scaled that down nicely. As I'm really small, my clothes don't actually take up much room at all, and Holly is the same. Hers, she's like a size 2 to 4. She is minute. We're both only 4'10", so I tend to wear kind of age 11 clothing or sort of size 6s, so our clothes roll up to nothing. Shoes wise, I will be wearing some little like ballet style pumps on the plane, something really comfy and easy to slip on and off. I've also got 2 pairs of black flip-flops to pack. The reason I have 2, because last year one of them broke, so it was nice to have a second pair. I've also got my Mickey Mouse shoes. I absolutely love these. There are some advantages to being tiny. They're from Zara Kids. I now own 3 pairs. I've been living in 1 pair since our last trip. They are so comfortable. They've got a little zip on the side so I don't bother with the laces, and the soles are really, really comfy. So they were in the sale recently, so I picked up some more. But I've got 1 pair that I will purely keep for Disney trips now. I don't want them to ruin. I don't want them to wear out and then not to be able to buy any more. I've also got a lightweight pair of Adidas Trainers that I bought for the trip last year. They're really lightweight, almost like kind of meshy on top. Not great if it rains, but they are so light to wear and they feel really bouncy as well. So, oh, and a pair of sandals. I might take 2, I don't know. I think I'll just take the 1 pair this year. Never wore trainers or anything like that until the last year's trip. I've always lived in flip-flops before, but I did really enjoy wearing them last year. So we are now going to start the Disney packing. One little tip I would say, this t-shirt that I'm wearing is one that I really like from Primark, and what I tend to do, because they are so cheap, if they are t-shirts that I love, I will buy a second one. I have one in my pile of this one is one that I wear around the house. It's really starting to age now, it's fading, but I do have t-shirts that I keep purely for Disney, and because obviously when you're out there you don't wear them that much, and I know then that they stay really nice. So here you can see I've got this one particular t-shirt at the bottom. I'm flat packing that purely because it creases really, really badly, but everything else I'm just rolling in tight. I'm managing to get 2 t-shirts next to each other in the packing cube, and they should hopefully not be too bad when it comes to unpacking. I've got a layer there. I find it easier just to zip them up at the sides, and then I can place the next layer on top, and it keeps them nice and tightly in. So in this bag here, I've got every single top, t-shirt, vest top, pretty top, all of my tops that were here are all inside this small packing cube, and everything is neatly inside. So here I've got flip-flops, I've got shoes in the bottom. Obviously there's a bumpy bit in there. I've kind of packed it out with flip-flops, shorts, and now I'm going to do packing cubes because obviously I'm very careful what goes next to the shoes. I'm using the back pieces here. We are taking some protective, just some polystyrene stuff, just to wrap around mugs and things. I've got a dishcloth as well. We're also packing on top, got some toiletries, so everything is softly packed, and we've got some treats. Our youngest is very fussy, so we tend to take things like this for him. And over here I've got a couple of spare little handbags, and the Santa people that we are, we have a Florida bird watching thing that we've picked up before, so I've got that in there. Got my ears packed on the top there as well. That's in, obviously, in the Disney bag. And now I'm starting on another case. I've got the smaller case inside the larger one. I've got Holly's, that's really solid on the base here. So I've got Holly's presents packed in there, and I'm now packing all of my dad's treats to take over. We've got digestives, we've got chocolates, we've got shepherd's pie mixes, and all sorts. We are pretty much done with the packing. Something I am doing, I'm putting little notes just inside the cases in the front pockets, so when I open them I know exactly what case is what. We always have ribbons on them anyway, and last year I did put coloured ribbons on, but then I forgot what colour meant what. We do also have our own, so everywhere's covered in dog hair at the moment. We do also have our own personalised Disney ribbon as well, so that the cases, being black Samsonite, are easy to spot when they come off. So 12 days to go, and I think we're more or less packed. We've got a few bits and pieces, extension leads to go in, a couple of pairs of shoes and clothing, but everything's on the list, so we know. We've got one more bag which is packed for the road trip. We've got 3 suitcases for road trip and 3 for Orlando. 2 of which, so that's 6 in total, 2 of which also have bags. One's got a carry-on and the other's got a big blue bag that we bought in Target last year that we managed to get to 19 kilos, so we can check in 8 on the way back. And one of these for the road trip is full of stuff for Dad, so obviously that's going to be an empty bag. And we've also got our toiletries that we won't bring back. We've got our ribbons, and we've also decided we've got blue name tags on the Disney bags. And we're going to go, I think these were from Boots, weren't they?
Yeah, they're really good actually.
We're going to get 2 more and have yellow ones for the road trip bags as well.
Slide under.
So we know exactly which bags are which. So that's it, 12 days to go, and we are packed. Just about, like I said, just a few more bits and pieces to pop in, but everything is in my book, so I know exactly what to pack. And having the, to be honest, with the cubes, we don't need them to help us with the space inside the cases, because we have more than enough. We have so much luggage allowance as we're traveling in premium. But for us, it makes it easier when we arrive places. I can just give the kids a cube with their underwear in, their night stuff. I know exactly that all the t-shirts are together. It's just made life so much easier. So thank you for watching. I will be packing my hand luggage very soon, so there'll be a separate video for that. If you would like to make sure that you don't miss that video, please click that little bell thing down the bottom there, and you'll be notified when the next video is up. Thank you so much for watching, and also if you have any tips yourself on packing, please do leave your comment below. If you pack differently, I would love to know. It's always fun to learn new tips and tricks on packing, and I can always do with some help and improvement, so please leave your comments below. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye.